time to tune in. Now another Sports Center, it's a movement.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. I'm here today with my co-host, Mr. Mike Williams, and we have a very special guest on the show with us here today. As you see at the bottom of the screen, coming out of the Oklahoma Sooners, soon to be NFL, currently he's an NFL draft prospect. Soon he's going to be suiting up for an NFL team, one of the 32. Very excited. We're going to get to know the man behind the helmet, underneath the helmet here today, Mr. Brian Asamoah. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fantastic, man. You know, super excited to be on this call with you guys, man, and just to communicate. The type of person I am with the helmet off.
When I watch your film, it's no secret that you're in the nightmares of quarterbacks. I mean, you're everything from a field general, a locker room leader, and then of course you had a very good combine recently as well too. But let's take it from the beginning. How you come from Ohio originally? How did you fall in love with the game of football?
It started out, when I was 10, man. Went to Africa for 1 year.
Wow.
I didn't really get the chance to play. Learning curve for me just to understand different type of background situations from Africa and the United States, and understanding that it's a big cultural difference. And so playing the game for a year, an opportunity to realize and understand how much love and passion that I have for the game, and that made me so passionate coming back to after my learning experience and wanting to be great at this sport. So I think that's what drove my motivation to just excel in the sport.
Man, that's it's always good hearing that from people, like what kind of got them to fall in love with football and then take it to the next level. But so you choose, obviously being in Ohio, like Columbus, as a matter of fact, and end up going to OU, and I'm sure that was a big thing. But like when you actually got to OU, like what's some of the biggest lessons that you picked up in your time as a Sooner, would you say?
When opportunity presents itself, to be where I feel like it goes into your hard work and preparation. Continue to drive and understand at some point you're gonna get your opportunity, and the biggest thing is with that opportunity, what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna fold, or are you gonna you're gonna bow down under pressure, or are you gonna make the most of your opportunity? Something that I feel like I did. There's many instances where I was given an opportunity and I made sure that my presence was felt every single time, and I mean it got me to the point that I am today.
Excellent. And obviously you've had this amazing journey, fantastic high school career, amazing college career, and then of course here we are, and your journey is just now beginning. That being said, has there been any coaches, mentors, family members, anybody who's been a big mentor for you along this journey?
Yeah, my brothers have been a big mentor to me. Guys that have made those mistakes in life so that I didn't have to make those same mistakes. Guys that whenever I need advice, I go to. Just I feel like my three brothers have helped me get to where I am today, because like I said, they made the mistakes so I didn't have to make it. Any issues that that I have dealt with or will deal with in life, they've already dealt with it, because they've been in my shoes. They've been 21 before, so I never feel like I never feel like I'm behind the ball, because I have my family members who have been in my shoes before and can talk to me through the instances or the scenarios that I'm going to face in life.
Yeah, that's sweet. So I come from a big family. So do you come from a big family as well? Like you got a lot of siblings, brothers and sisters, or how does that work out?
Yeah, I got three brothers, one little sister.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like the youngest of six, man, and I got like four sisters, so it's completely opposite for me. But so family for you is a big thing. I hear. Is that it's like a huge thing for you?
Yeah, it is, man. And like I said, my parents came from West Africa, Accra, Ghana, into the United States, and I was born in Newark, New Jersey, and everything for us has just been being tight knit, making family decisions together, because you come from a different state, you have to lean on your own family, and I think that's something that we've instilled in our family. Something I'm probably going to instill in my family is leaning on each other and understanding that everyone in your family has your best interests, no matter what it is.
Now, recently you were in the Reese Senior Bowl. How was it competing against some of your peers?
For me, was having an opportunity and platform to compete with the best of the best in the entire country. There's a stigma around the Big 12, saying that you guys don't play a lot of good teams or whatever. But the Senior Bowl gave me an opportunity to, like I said, play with the best of the best in the entire country. And I feel like I displayed my presence, among the entire facility. I did my thing, and which landed into winning linebacker MVP.
What would you say like this combine experience has been like for you? Because we hear a lot of people say it's like nonstop meetings, a lot of activities. But how would you say that experience for you was going into the combine?
The experience was cool, man. When you go to a school like Oklahoma, I feel like that's what's supposed to happen. We sent 11 guys off to the combine. And that's what is expected from the University of Oklahoma. But the whole experience was cool. The opportunity to speak to like NFL GMs and head coaches is probably my favorite part, because in that moment you're eating with the cream of the crop, and at some point these are the guys that's going to shake your hands and tell you and your family that elect you in whatever round, and believe in you and your skill set to come play for their organization and help them win. So like I said, man, it was a cool experience, man. I enjoyed every single part of it.
And let me ask you, obviously there's a lot of linebackers in the draft. And when I watch your tape, I mean, you're at the top of the list. I mean, you are phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a boring play in sight. But in your opinion, what are some things that you bring to the table that you feel that sets you apart from other linebackers in the draft?
I think, I'm a guy that's, the new hybrid, new age linebacker in this draft class. I would say a full 3-down linebacker. Can play, first, second down, but also, play the most important down, which is third down, and being able to cover on that down. My skill set possesses running sideline to sideline and covering tight ends and running backs, very, very well. So I feel like I put myself in a position to really say that I'm a 3-down linebacker. I can run sideline to sideline, but also guard, teams' best tight ends and running backs in situations where I have to cover them third down.
We like to ask everybody is like, for you growing up watching football, who's like a player that maybe you modeled your game after that you really looked up to as you grew in football?
Levante David, Devin White, and Darius Leonard. I feel like Levante David, we kind of share the similar skill set of like being able to cover and also play, downhill, make a lot of plays in the backfield, but also like primarily covering. Devin White, because he plays the game with so much effort and physicality, running sideline to sideline, and then the other is Darius Leonard, because I'm trying to perfect that peanut punch that he's continuing to get out, man, punching that ball out. So those are the 3 guys I kind of, I feel like I'm trying to emulate my game after, or just watch to see things that I can, pick up from them, help me become a better football player.
Oh, combine just happened. We had the draft, month and a half away approximately. And sometimes these draft critics, they can be ridiculous. I mean, they would say stuff about Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, some of the best defensive players, you name it. But when it comes to your game, what do you feel are some areas of opportunity that you're trying to help take your game to the next level?
Areas that I need to improve in my game is definitely block shedding. Understanding that in this next phase of football for me, I'm going to be going against a lot of bigger guys, a lot of guys that understand the blocking schemes and understanding how to out leverage a linebacker. And I got to understand that I was blessed with big hands and long arms, so I got to use them to my benefit and get these guys off of me so I can make those plays behind the line of scrimmage. I think that's something I need to improve on, and I will improve on.
What's so on game day, right? You're getting ready, you're at the stadium. What's in your headphones on game day? Like what do you listen to kind of get you in the zone to play football?
I think also another cool thing to understand is like on game days I had this big bump box. So like whatever I was listening to, the entire team was listening to as well. So I played a little bit of gospel. I played a little bit of hip hop, R&B. If you're looking for exact artists, Young Thug, Gunna for sure, Future, all those guys that just like speak some type of way to me, and I feel like has helped me because they sing the music with so much passion, and I feel like that's what I got to go do in the next phase is out there and just go with a lot of passion.
And then of course I asked draft's right around the corner. What are some of your plans for draft day?
Yeah, I'm gonna have a draft party with my family and a lot of close relatives that have helped me get to where I am, because this process is definitely long, but there's been a lot of individuals in my life that have helped me get to where I'm at, which is getting to NFL Combine, even being able to have a draft party. I feel like a lot of people have just been and I feel like having a place where they can all share that same happiness with me because of success that I've had. I feel like it'd be pretty cool to have a little draft party.
Yeah, that's solid, man. And I'm not surprised because you said family's a big deal. So being with the people you're closest with on the one of the most important days of your life is pretty sweet to be able to do.
Facts.
But what are so for you again? Like you came from. I'm just looking at it, man. Like super athletic. Came from you said New Jersey, moved to Ohio, and then ended up at Oklahoma, which is a NFL factory. So with that being said, and some of the plays you guys had coming in front of you, like what are some of your goals when you get to the next level? Like what's some individual and team goals that maybe you have when you get to the NFL?
Individual goals for me would be definitely Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year. Be able to just contribute immediately to the organization that I'm with, and then I guess lofty goals for me, long-term goals for me, holding that gold jacket back in my hometown, which is 2 hours away in Canton, Ohio. So those goals I kind of want to set in place for me because I have high expectations for myself, and I believe that I can do all those goals and accomplish it, become all pro, first year, all those things as well. So. Yeah.
For NFL teams watching this, interviewing you and whatnot, what's something you want NFL teams to take and know about you that they may not know already about you?
Brian Asamoah is a guy, who's very passionate about the game of football. Eats, sleeps, breathes football, and is completely confident in in himself to come out there to wherever that he is to come out there and compete, and understand that he's going to put his best foot forward every single day. This game, like I said, isn't taken lightly by me because of how much work I put in to get to this point, but also just to understand that the goals that I have in front of myself, man, and I feel like I'm going to be able to accomplish those goals with whatever organization that I'm with, man. Just you have a guy that's ready to work and is excited, to embark on this new journey. So, yeah.
No, absolutely. I like to ask this as my always generally my last question always is like, are there any charitable things that you are into or anything that you want to maybe highlight or something that you're looking to do in the future charitably?
I think for me, a big thing for me is having a facility in whatever community I am, but primarily, back home, having a facility where kids can come in and work on their skill set, but also a place where I can become a mentor to them because I had a mentor, within my brother. But I want to be that mentor to those kids in my community or whatever community that I'm in to help inspire them and understand that they could do whatever they put their mind to, whether it's going to be a doctor. Okay, let's find ways to be a doctor. Let me help you become a doctor. Even though I'm not a doctor, but I know pretty sure that I'm going to know people around, the next 10 years, with the connections I'm going to make that, a doctor that could help you give insight to the things that you want to do, or a football player. I played football for a certain X amount of years, and it's in pieces about things you need to put yourself in a position to become a football player, a better football player, or finding a basketball friend. Just having that relations with a lot of people and just passing that knowledge down to the younger generation, because at some point these younger generations are the kids that's going to rule the world. So you gotta have they gotta understand what's going to be going on in the next this phase in their life, and I want to be the one to input wisdom in their heads, but also give them an opportunity to chase their goals and dreams.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And Brian, thank you so much for coming on the show. Before you leave here today, I'm going to have all your, for those who are watching, I'm going to have all his social media stuff below. I'm going to have his highlights below. Any shout outs before you leave?
Shout out to my family, man. Appreciate you guys. And it's you, TouchdownDoug and Willis.
Yeah, man. Definitely excited to have you on here, man. Like I said, I've been saying this for a while. One of my favorite linebacker prospects in this draft, absolutely. And I hope you land in the system and can highlight what you're doing and help you get that gold jacket, man, for sure.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. And for all those who are watching, like I said, go down below, follow my guy right here. Before you even follow me, go check him out first. Y'all have a blessed night. Thank you so much for watching another episode of Touchdown with Doug Smith. Catch y'all next.
Turn 100 for the touchdown, king crown, gain inside, leading your town, hit you faster than the sound, bad boy throw it down, yeah I'm ill, not my will, don't cop a fill the house, listen to the roaring crowd, drop a light, calm it down, Heisman all the haters mouth, superhero hit them wow, packing more action than bing boom bam pow, touchdown for the win, we live, subscribe right now.